Hello, this is Wardcaller. This is going to be a Let's Play for Avowed. I've already played it a little bit, but I haven't beat it. So I'm going to start a new game and kind of go from there and just see how it all unfolds. And hopefully, I'll get to the parts that I haven't experienced and you'll be able to experience that with me. I'm going to do it in the form of a live stream, but then I'll cut it into parts for actual Let's Play videos on certain platforms, YouTube, maybe do some highlights for Twitch and clips for Kick. But yeah, let's get started. This is kind of my first time trying something like this, so don't expect like a high degree of professionalism, but yeah, let's dive right in. Awesome.
Eora, a world where mortals live, die, and are reborn through the turning of the wheel, in a cycle of reincarnation, watched over by the gods. Our gods, some of whom love us more than others. Your home, the Adiran Empire, is treasured by Wodika, Our Lady of Law and Vengeance, the Burned Queen. But our goddess has lately turned her eyes from us, and our empire has suffered revolts, famines, challenges to rightful rule. We lack a common purpose, but we could find it in the living lands, a rich and lawless island settled by fugitives, wanderers, exiles, and us. Yet the more we free this place from danger, the more the land fights back. And now, as our colonists crowd into Paradise, the last safe city, the locals find themselves crowded out. Many years ago, you were born to a family in our Adiran Empire, and in a rare turn of the wheel, you came into this world a godlike, touched by a patron god in the womb. To some, a blessing; to many, an abomination. You grew up an outsider, but I saw potential in you. Potential and an opportunity. And within my court, you found purpose. Now I call upon your vow to our empire and name you my envoy. Venture forth in the name of your homeland and secure our future.
All right, time to create a character. So this game's kind of like a spin-off from not a spin-off, but like it's part of the same world of these two games. They're called Pillars of Eternity and Pillars of Eternity 2. And within those games, they're sort of they're RPGs. You can uh, create your own characters in that, choose different races. They're not this way. There's a word for it that is leaving my brain because I'm doing a live stream and a let's play for the first time. But I think it's CRPG. They're CRPGs. So I think you get a bit more freedom in character creation on that than this, because this is a first person. It can be third person. And they had a particular direction for the story to go. So they kind of lock you into being a godlike. And godlikes in the game have physical manifestations on their character of the gods that they represent. So there's not a lot of options in terms of making a normal person You're welcome, Jimothy. You're welcome. There's not a lot of options in terms of like making somewhat normal character, and I don't know if you can choose some of the races. There's a lot more races in the game, in Pillars, but in this one, I think it looks like you can have sort of an elfish like figure or a human figure, and then you have to have some sort of feature that is a little bit different. So I'm gonna try and make a character that is, I don't know, that just kind of feels true to the character that I created in Pillars, which was kind of just like Ranger. So I'm gonna try to make a Ranger, but we'll see. I might change that up because magic in this game is pretty fun too. So you have different, those are presets, but you can change those further on down the line here. And it'll be a dude. My skin tone. You have a bit of control over this, I think. You make it pretty intense. But they also have presets. Presets are okay. I read all the chats, Jimothy. He is blocking everyone. Stop him. Are you deleting all of Mitten's comments, Jimothy? There, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm talking to Mittens and Jimothy on Kick. They're messaging me on Kick. Third row, fourth character looks cool. In this one, third row, fourth, that one. No, that's not me. That's not my style. I like to have godlike features that are a little bit less intense, because you can go like all out and have just like this kind of insanity. But I think I'm probably going to go a little bit more subtle. Hey Jim, see, we got Mittens making some comments that I'm not liking. Maybe we could get that, maybe we can get that cleared off. Does my game audio keep fading in and out? Yeah, it's because I keep clicking off the talk in chat. But I guess I don't actually have to talk in chat because I'm talking to you. I was clicking off to type it in the chat and respond, but I don't have to do that, so I didn't realize. Alright, I'm gonna keep in the game at this point. I wish there was a way to keep the audio like alive the whole time when I click off the screen, but I haven't figured out a way to do that. Maybe it's just the game itself that's doing it. Trying to get the color down to something I would like. Right. That's alright. Little old man look going on. Nice. But yeah, anyway, I played the first two Pillars games. I never beat them either. But they were really fun, and I sunk a lot of time into them. And I was so excited when this game came out, because that world is interesting to me, despite me not remembering half the things about it. I know when I was playing it, I was super engrossed. So. Yeah. I could spend a lot of time in character creation. I usually do with games like this. I'll go back and play the first part over and over again and just adjust the character and try to create like a new one. That's usually why I don't beat games. But we'll stick with this guy. Alright, now I'm choosing my background. So Arcane Scholar, I imagine would be for a magic user. Court Augur could be for charisma, for yeah, deception. So maybe like a roguish kind of character. Noble Scion would be more for like intimidation, maybe. War Hero would give you better combat, right off the hop, maybe better equipment. And all of these have their own sort of conversational impacts as well, depending on what class you take. You can take the stance of a Vanguard Scout or a War Hero, so that affects some of the conversations a bit too. But like I said, I'm going to try to create something close to my Pillars character. So I'm going to go Vanguard Scout. Now, if it's anything like the Pillars games, might actually matters for every class. So if you're magic, if you're a warrior, if you're an archer, might is very important. It's what dictates the damage that you do. I'm not sure if it's the same here. Yeah, it is. So great all-around choice for dealing more damage. It also increases your carrying capacity so you don't get over-encumbered. So probably put some points. Even though perception's really good for archery, I'll probably put some points in light. The audio is going to cut out for a second here because I want to take this caster lives thing off. I have a little update that comes up from that, and I feel like it's coming up too frequently, so I'm going to turn that off. Alright, back in. In these games, there's usually a stat, depending on your build, that you want to dump. But that's for like CRPGs. For this game, I don't know, because there's a lot of... You can kind of build your character to go out multiple different directions. You can have a magic user and an archer. You can have a warrior and an archer, so I haven't put too much thought into that. But I think Dex is important. Perception's important for an archer. Might's important for an archer. And Constitution, I think, is just important all around, so maybe I'll go with this spread out sort of build for right now. And I'm not crazy, but I'm not too crazy, so I'm going to go hard difficulty. But there is another one, Path of the Damned, and I have a feeling that would just be impossible for me to play, so I'm not going to do that.
Lavarubion sick. Silmes mitu. Luthen. Puethi silmes mitu. Puethi silmes mitu.
That sounds okay. And I don't really want the features to show up. Yeah, I don't need them there. What should my name be? It's probably going to be Wardcaller, right? And it went.
What do you know of the living lands? The rumors and tales are so vexing, they cannot be true. And yet they are. Those untamed wilds, overgrown with the most curious wonders and the most dreadful abominations. There beats a dark pulse within the heart of that soil. Something vile stirs beneath the earth, seething with rot and decay. A corruption growing beyond everything it touches. Its foul tendrils reach towards us, to lash out at the Empire itself. I command you, go to the living lands, find the roots, and if necessary, sever them. You are my one boy. Remember your vow. The hopes of an empire rest upon you.
Boy, over here.
Alright, we're in. This is the tutorial section. So this game is actually, I think, a very beautiful game, but my computer is not the most beautiful computer. I built it myself, I love it, but I don't have a lot of money, so it's not like the most upgraded beast. So the graphics might be toned down a little bit, just so I can actually run the game. But I still think it looks pretty good. I can only imagine it looks much better at higher qualities. This game rewards exploration, so you definitely want to look around just everywhere that you possibly can. That being said, I'm probably going to miss things, and I apologize for that, because I know how aggravating it can be if you know that there is something around a corner and the person playing doesn't go around that corner.
You're alive! Thank the gods I pulled you out the wreck when I did. I wasn't about to let the Emperor's envoy die on my watch.
Okay, so these points do matter in conversation as well. Perception. Make it as alive and pose certain questions. Request you dragging that rep. I wonder if this game has Twitch integration. I haven't looked into that, but that would be pretty neat to turn on.
At least the journey's not completely lost. I heard the cannons. I couldn't... We... Fort Northreach. Last Adheran outpost before the Living Lands.
You know this place.
More or less. I dropped anchor here once. Normally, I'd have gone straight uphill and sent a distress signal. But
What?
wish I could say that for sure. I saw flashes, Envoy. It weren't the storm that wrecked our ship. It was cannon fire, and it could only have come from Fort Northreach. It makes no sense. No one fires on their own countrymen, unless...
Unless the fort's been infiltrated by enemy agents. So this is where the unique plot options kick in. At Vanguard Scout.
That's what I'm afraid of too. In the meantime, you survived. That means we're not scuppered yet. As long as you're here, the Emperor's mission can still go ahead. Couldn't agree more. Adir's got an embassy in the port of Paradis. Once we make it there, we can regroup, figure out what to do next. I hate to say it, but the fort's probably our only chance of escape. We need supplies, and if our troops have been captured, they'll need our help.
Oh, I could be mighty here.
Those boards up there look old. A good hit and we can be on our way. Take that axe. It's no good to any of our crew anymore. At least some supplies survived, for all the good it does.
Alright. Equipment. Inventory. This is the inventory page. Got rings, amulets, armor. I love games that allow you, like, go kind of full out on the equipment. Then they also have a secondary, which is pretty sick too. So I can have a melee build and a range build and just quickly switch between the two. We got a health potion there. I have to reach the outpost.
You look like
Probably
a
a
dab hand
waypoint or
with that.
something. Yeah.
I don't understand. Why would they fire on us, their own people? No use wondering. We've got to make sure our troops are safe.
Just running around taking everything I can find. Faithful quartermasters or Memnon. Memnon Man at Arms, the bravest of us.
Ah, well, I don't suppose they were using that either.
I do hope the computer's okay. Running this and streaming, I haven't tried before, but I did upgrade a little bit, so I'm hoping I can do this. But we haven't got to the intense parts yet, where there's huge fights, so I'm not sure if it'll work well or not. What's the waypoint? I'll go this way. Visible. I mean, this is just a tutorial, so you probably can't go out there. But it does feel like you could just jump out there, doesn't it? I guess not.
No! The fort's lit their distress beacon. We've got to hurry. Sarah should have been here. Haven't the
Looks
troops
like it.
been doing patrols?
Time to get my stuff. Loot. Good loot. Feels like we should be able to get up. You can jump there.
Come on, the fort's up ahead. Tripwire! Good hands. How many of these damn things are there? Springberries, good. Those should rally us.
Hey. Cannot go on. I hear their cries. The only comfort left to me is to die when I return with my senses still intact. May the Burning Queen forgive me for surrendering my oath to protect my comrades and surrendering her gift of flesh. I only hope the next turn of the wheel delivers me from what I have witnessed, never to hold a lance again. Ooh, what did they witness? So I got a dagger. Common dagger, which I can, if I'm not mistaken. I think I can only dual wield if I have 2 daggers. But my secondary maybe. So if I want to have an axe or a dagger, switch from adult. My health's a little low, so I'll probably pop it up. I don't know what happened here.
Gods, it's a bloodbath. They've torn the place apart from the inside. Did they? Were they fighting each other? Envoy, I don't like this.
Need a key to get through that door. I will visit for the 3rd time this week. Comes nearly every day now. Says insects keep crawling on him. So I think in the intro we saw some sort of infection take hold of a creature. And maybe that has something to do with this. Ask for an unguent that will repel him. Have inspected him every time and found no evidence of bites, abrasions from scratching, getting worse. So this person's losing his mind, basically. Stevlin brought in by Emmerich and Gladden Fall, found her unconscious in an empty bottle of sleeping draft. Administered emetic once she felt well enough to talk, complained of hallucinations every time she closed her eyes. Riordan, showing signs of malnourishment, refuses food, claims Emmerich is trying to poison him, must discuss this with Captain. Why these behavioral changes? Is it the Adra? Starting to think I should sleep with my lancet at night. So everybody's kind of losing their mind. Oh, boxes. Yeah. So I'm looking for a key. Oh, that's brutal. Oh, I can interact.
What's that on their face?
That's brutal. Oh, something's going down in here, I think. There's a switch on the wall.
Careful.
Trespassers. Who goes there?
Look out!
Oh,
Invaders in the garden.
Gods. Is this what they were like?
wasn't expecting that. That's terrifying. That's some, like, Last of Us. Whoa. That's creepy.
I don't understand. How could our own people sink to this?
Oh my gosh. Hey, lockbox. Hey, I got some armor. plus 15% stun. So I think there's builds in this game depending on what you wear. Like if you use like a giant two-handed mace, if you use like a giant two-handed mace or something, you can buff the stun up, and then you can end up stun locking your enemies. There's also like shock damage, and there's just different ways you can build your character out depending on what you're wearing and what weapon you're using. Kith. Okay, I'll probably need to dabble in this a little bit because I don't remember how to do anything for breaking down or building up gear. And I only played, I think I finished the first section. I think the game's broken up into 3 or 4 different maps. And so it's like semi-open world kind of thing. And I only finished the first world section of the world, so. It will be a blind playthrough eventually. You can dodge. So you can spec into unarmed. It's pretty cool. I'm looking for a key. I wonder if there's a key in here. Baylor's bill. Blood stains the corner of a scratchy, hastily written list that it seems to correspond to the cages sitting nearby. Herein, those convicted bit laying traps. Buffer planning to detonate the gunpowder barrels. Wolf blind subversive activities. Beckett thinking thoughts of my way. Reordered stabbed Emric. Alfred stole my apple. Lowell cursing me with his eyes and hold until death. So this jailer, I think, was losing his mind a little bit too, along with everyone else. Maybe just a little bit. Just a chicken. Don't mind if I do. In this environment, it's gotta be fresh, right? So this is the locked room. This is the room I can't get into. The key. Ooh. Hold it down. Cool.
These used to be nice quarters.
Frigate arrived from High Crown, enough gunpowder barrels and siege equipment aboard to arm an entire regiment. I assumed we'd take stock and send it on to Paradis, but the manifest says we're to keep it here until told otherwise. Sensed it in the air at mess, everyone eating slowly and avoiding the subject. No one wants to be responsible for it. What does command think we need to defend ourselves against? We're an outpost. We deal with pirates. We don't need ballistics for that. I hope until told otherwise comes sooner rather than later. I don't like sitting on gunpowder. Someone's liable to lose a foot. I think everybody lost a bit more than a foot here. Apple. Stedman's log for century. It's over for Farron. They caught him, tried to stow away, and Don short. Poor bastard. They all know the punishment for desertion is death. Not sure how Vinterbrand heard about it. From the sound of things, she's ready to come over here and hang me by my thumbs. Sibyllin is in tatters. I'd long suspected the two were soft on each other. Alfred heard muttering, the bond is shorn last night. Keep an eye on her. Gods too, I think I asked for this post. I think I asked for this post. I could have been hunting on the estate in Air Glenfath. More fool me for trying to make something of myself. Yeah, poor guy, I guess. Okay. So I wonder where that key is. I need to find.
I remember some of the soldiers praying around that Adra pillar. Hope it helped their souls find the beyond.
Adra is a green crystal found throughout the known world, emerging from the crust of Aor in the shape of iconic pillars. We cherish Adra, build our temples around it, study its potential as an energy source. But Adra is so much more. When we die, Adra is the road on which our souls travel into the beyond. And when our souls are ready to return, Adra shines a lantern, guiding us from death into life. When you find yourself in the presence of Adra, take a moment to ponder your place in the Great Wheel. Consider who you were, who you are, and who you can be.
We rise from slumber. Is it you?
This gives me a little bit of Morrowind vibes. If you haven't played that game, it's good, but it's dated, so I don't know if it holds. You might have to mod it quite a bit to make it enjoyable, but I loved it. Got a shield. There's the key I was looking for. Let's get that shield on. Hopefully I find a bow or something soon, because that's the build I'm going for, or want to go for. What do we got in here? Oh, got armor. It's telling me how to block.
It's put its guard up. Hit it with everything you've got.
Telling me how to break. That's good. break through my guard. Okay, there's a dodge that I have not been using.
I thought I had your back. Guess you've got mine.
I think I used all my health potions on this fight in the tutorial. Good. Good sign.
Surely there's a way to clear those brambles.
You can loot here. There we go.
Ah, up there. Margarine's Fury. That'll do it. Burn right through the brush. If we can get it down, that is.
Is someone there? Over here! Help! I'm locked in! About time. Oh gods! What's the matter with your face?
Oh, thanks, lady. Matter with your face. Good health potion, need that. Why not? Go that way. This is what I'm looking for.
There's an idea. We could shoot. Nice work.
I don't know if there's a stow weapon. Would like sheath weapon. Okay. It kind of takes up the view. There we go. That's probably where I can draw time.
Stay back. I'm not catching whatever's on your head.
Easy. He's a godlike.
You
Bobby.
mean a god gave you that face?
He's my
Touched your
friend.
soul and
I
everything.
don't want to take him out.
That's right.
Never seen one of your kind before. I always heard folks say you were blessed. Looks more like a curse to me.
That's pretty rude.
They never talk to you. Huh. They must not like you very much.
That's the Imperial envoy you're talking to. Show some respect.
Yeah.
The Imperial?
Yeah, Dobby's on my
Shite,
side.
I should have known you were a Deerans
Timothy.
too.
Dobby's on
Funny
my
you
side.
survived while all your friends here went belly up. Adir's had their boot on Paradise since their first soldiers came.
We have a
Because the place is pure chaos.
Did you not think we liked it that way? I have to smuggle just to get anything past your damn checkpoints. I'm trying. Your friend's the one picking a fight with me.
Paradisans will knife you in the back over a dirty look.
At least we don't go mad and slaughter each other.
Oh yeah, perception. When in handy, could the soldiers have had the soul plague then for somebody to investigate?
The day I came, I noticed the guards talking gibberish. Then the killing started. They went wild.
444.
Stabbed their mates in their sleep.
Almost sounds like they were rabid.
I told you, they weren't right. When the storm came, they fired the cannons. Their faces changed. That soldier in here tried to strangle me. I had to defend myself.
There's something we're missing here, because we don't have the intellect.
He still did it.
I've got a bad feeling about this. It doesn't make sense. What if she murdered that soldier and she's just trying to cover it up?
Look, we don't have to like each other, but we can all get out alive. I left my boat at the edge of the island. It should still be there.
Keep talking. You'd help two adherents after all that.
Doesn't look like I have a choice, eh? You let me out, and all three of us can go to Paradise.
Envoy, I've tangled with Paradisan smugglers before. She'd say just about anything to get out that cell. Her story's full of holes. What if the boat's not there? What if she turns on us?
For fuck's sake, be reasonable.
Whoa.
Don't listen to him.
Language. Feels innocent, and I don't care.
It's in the warden's room. They blocked it off when things went south. You can find a way in, though. You seem smart.
Thanks.
We live to regret this.
Well, we might. There was a place I could drop in. It's crazy that that whole interaction didn't have to happen, because I could have just kept going. So this is all just, I think, extra. I'm in rogue if I want to spellcast. Prisoner apprehended at loading dock outside Fort Northreach, detained immediately under suspicion of extra-legal activity, moved to holding cell within the fort for further questioning. Demeanor sullen and defiant. Refused to verbally engage with guards. Prisoner offered standard rations and water. Told guard to perform obscene activity with the food. Second guard performed routine patrol 2 hours later and observed that rations had nonetheless been eaten. Prisoner questioned about the purpose of her visit to Fort Northreach, admitted she came to move some goods, refused to specify what kind, denied any connection to the Paradisian rebels, but expressed clear contempt for Adir and sympathy for the rebel cause. When pressed, told interrogator to go away and eat shite. Disciplined accordingly, returned to holding cell. So, a smuggler, which we knew.
At least you got around to trusting me eventually.
I don't know if I have yet, but we'll see.
Adir and soldiers don't massacre each other. They just...
Cool. Okay, so looks like there's 3 different routes you can build down. One is fighter, one is ranger, and one is wizard. I'm gonna go ranger, but I'm pretty sure you can go down on all 3 a little bit, or down 2, or focus on 1. So there is a little bit of freedom there. But I'm gonna try ranger. And this unlocks Tanglefoot, which is, if you know anything about druids or D&D or pillars, this is gonna bind them in place. So it's a good CC or control method.
Yeah.
Could take out a whole Deerwooden village with that kind of ordnance. What do they think they'd be fighting? To think they turned on each other like dogs. I can't fathom it.
They were bastards when they came here. All it took was time.
But Adirans, we respect each other. We're raised to follow the rules.
What's the matter? Upset your kin are no better than anyone else.
So I do have to go to work soon. I'm going to try to finish the tutorial in the next few minutes. Don't want to go past everything though.
Stay in the tall grass. We can get the drop on them.
Easy now. Think, aim, strike, lie. Did your god give you that power too?
Are you sure you don't know who's godlike you are? More coming. Stay down and don't get us killed.
I'm gonna do this quick. gonna understand. Really? Whew. Much for stealth. That was some aim I had there. There. Oh, I could have shot that down onto them. Yep. Could have shot that down onto them. Some boots.
Hope you do better with that grimoire than he did.
So magic's interesting in this game. We need the grimoire, the wand. I don't
Shame it didn't have a
necessarily
healing
need
spell.
the wand. The grimoire.
Mandarin's Fury in a book.
You need to cast the spells. But I think you can actually have 2 grimoires, maybe, and then have more spells. But that does use your mana. And it looks like there's like a fire, ice, shield. It's a magic potion.
We've got the high ground. How should we do this? Magic's the flashy choice, I suppose.
You're right, it is. Good. Let's see what I can do. Magic is pretty cool. So I can cast that. I have a shield, and then I cover down with my bow. And I'm pretty sure if I have a hammer, and it throws them, they shatter. The bow's so slow. But I think I don't need the wand, so what I'll do is have a melee weapon. Yeah. So I can do melee, cast spells. Oh, I do need the wand to do the ranged. But I can cast the shield still. I have it laid out. Interesting. Or no, I'm just out of mana. That's all it is. So if I hit. That's all it is. Okay. Walking very slowly.
I've seen ruins like these. Wonder what they are. Maybe nobody knows.
Paradisans call them godless. Some kind of people who came here long ago.
Rude. So slow. Here we go. Oh. Must have been like a glitch.
I tried to tell them. Why wouldn't they listen?
Alright. This feels like it could be a boss area.
You can't kill me. No one can kill me. I'll swim across the sea.
I knew it. Whatever's on their faces, it gets into their heads.
I'm no expert on soul plagues, but whatever you came here to find, I'd say you found it.
It's uncanny.
No, it isn't. You're a godlike. He's... well, look at him. He's sick.
Who disturbs us? They stung at me. They wanted to prune my bowels. I was defending myself.
Steady yourself, please. We're only trying to help.
You're wasting your breath. He's gone.
You tread in the orchard.
I know. I plan to.
They said I should have been free to drink of the land. They thought they could stop me. Vipers! Their venom stains my blade.
He can barely string a thought together. How could he have killed everyone?
He couldn't. Not like this. He's just the last one standing.
Trespassers!
Oh,
Shackles, they would bind us. We only sustain ourselves. And you return death to us.
Envoy, this could come to blows. Keep your guard up.
Feed the roots, kill the rot.
okay.
Now you've done it.
Get my shields up. Maybe with freezing. What is it? Disabled. My shield's gone, so I'm gonna lay it on. I gotta drink a potion. Shield down. That was sick. I don't know how I did that, but that was cool. Second wound.
Probably some noble who bought his commission. Now look at him.
I can't believe I'm saying this.
Yesterday I received word that one of your scouts was caught in onshore attempting to board a cargo ship bound for the Deadfire. I doubt this is news to you. I also doubt you are unaware that this is your third incident of desertion in the past month. I realized your post grants you greater responsibility than your position as a third son accustomed you to. But there will be consequences if you cannot keep your troops in line. The Emperor is watching. See to it that you impress the importance of duty upon your charges. Commander Hilden Vinterbrand.
It's fine. At least he's not
He
suffering.
drops a giant hammer. Which, if I were a warrior, would be cool. Probably stuns. Has a high stun. Yep, 27. Stun. That was tough for a tutorial boss, I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty tough. Some treasure. Oh, I could have fled up here. Trying to come up high.
Closer, we twine. You have returned. We felt your presence like dew on a leaf. We wait. Heed us.
Envoy, you alright? Can you hear me?
I heard a voice.
A voice? What did it say?
Said I had returned here.
Now your envoy's losing it.
No, I think something in the Ardra spoke to him.
Me specifically? Like a calling?
When you put it that way, maybe so. I've been round Ardra my whole life, and it never spoke to me.
I don't think it spoke to anyone. Not even godlikes.
That's some gift.
But it's never happened before.
Maybe they're... Never mind. We've got to get to Paradise.
The boat's just up ahead.
Seems like he knows something
God,
he's
I
not
hope
saying.
you're telling the truth.
This way.
Right?
Boat!
Thank the gods it's still here. Get on.
He was telling the truth. There is a boat.
There! In the distance! It's Paradise! So, the smuggler wasn't lying.
My name's Alora, you know. Oi, I told you. I'm defending myself.
Look, if this is the soul plague the Empress sent you to find, we have to stop it. You have to stop it, no matter what it takes.
Okay,
I'd
jeez.
heard rumours about folk changing out in the hinterlands. I thought they were just that. You know, stories. I never imagined it'd be like this.
But then he leaves a trail. I'll follow the plague back to its source.
I don't know how, but if anyone can find a way, it's you.
Will you get on before I leave without you?
Aye, onward to Paradise.
Woo! Alright, that was the tutorial of Avowed. That's my second time playing through that fully. Now we are
Never
in
thought I'd be glad to
Paradise,
sail
the
here
first
with a
map
smuggler.
of the game,
If anyone asks,
and I have to
you
go to
never
work.
met me.
So we will explore this another day, and I'm excited to do so. It's pretty massive. There's a lot to uncover, so we might do it piece by piece, but should be a fun experience. Thank you. And remember, have a good one.